I don't know why I felt so drawn to read today. I know we just had a full moon, so I'm sure that full moon has something to do with it. I believe it's the cold moon that we just passed. I am coming in with a couple of particular downloads, but I do want to just pull cards in this very present moment and just see what the divine wants to bring our attention to as a collective. I hope you guys have been all right. We are reading on the 16th day of December. Just for those that are new, people who've been around for a while already know, but for those that are new, none of these readings are date or zodiac sign specific or moon related, moon specific. But there's something about me feeling drawn to read on the 16th day. 16th in tarot speaks of the tower, which is divine intervention. And divine intervention, even if that's not something we interpret it as, it's almost like a course correction. Now this leads into the first download, okay, which is probably one of the most energetically impactful messages of this reading. And for Patreon gang, shout out to Patreon gang. I channeled this originally and I'm going to post this. I just haven't, I recorded it, but I never post it for you guys. But I did originally channel it for Patreon. And I've been able to meditate on the energies a little bit, so you'll get the raw download on Patreon. But we're going to discuss the energies regardless. The message was prepare to be sucked through the vortex. Now, I don't have my second phone, so if somebody is able to look up the actual definition of vortex, because I don't know if it's the correct word, but that's what I heard, or that's the word that I pulled to interpret the energy from the download. So essentially it was a vision of somebody walking. Okay, this person had no identifiable traits, which is why I knew it was a collective message. Okay, so think of like a stick figure drawing. It's almost like that's the way it was given to me. And essentially there was a person walking and they didn't fall, they didn't trip, they didn't fall into a hole, they didn't trip or anything. They were sucked into a vortex. They were walking on a path, and there was a portal on that path that takes them somewhere they did not will to go. They did not choose this. Indirectly, they did not choose it, because the path, this vortex, which I explained over on Patreon, this vortex was on somebody's destined and fated path because they had already gone successfully through the initiation of being their authentic self and then choosing the course. So all those decisions, all those choices, decisions, and actions you took after doing all that inner self work to be your authentic self, it changed, it course corrected you. So there's all these things you had to fix. All right, well, this isn't the relationship for me, or you know what, these friends don't support who I authentically am. They supported who I thought I had to be. Right? Who I narcissistically created the persona to be because I didn't feel safe in being my authentic self. Okay, which is the root of narcissism. For those that are new, we've worked through the narcissism energy, not just within ourselves, but how we experience it with others. And we have a certain level of compassion and understanding because narcissism is rooted in insecurity. It's the persona, the persona that is created by the ego in order to protect the weakened self-esteem, the low sense of self, the lack of self-love, right? That's what narcissism is. That's why it's so hard to deal with somebody like that, because you're not dealing with somebody from their authentic self. You're dealing with a personification which is rooted in ego and, all kind of shit. False sense of self, essentially. But this download was for people who were on their authentic path. So wherever this vortex takes them, from what I saw from the download, it just catapulted them to where they wanted to be but didn't know how to get there. So many of you guys have these dreams and aspirations for yourself. You're here and you don't know how to get there, but you surrendered it. The vortex is for you. It's a gift. So you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to figure it out. You've made enough tough decisions for now that the universe can mirror that choice to change. And this vortex is literally a universal manifestation for the amount, the quantum leaps you've taken inside of your own self collective through your spiritual ascension, descension, and essentially progression. Okay? So this could be really difficult. It can feel a little scary because if you are struggling with trust issues, control issues, all of these are going to be triggered. Even if you don't struggle with them anymore, but you once did, this will trigger them back up to a milder degree if that was something you actively worked on in your ascension journey. But if not, and you still work to be your authentic self, but you held on to those trust issues and control issues, this vortex is going to trigger those. Now, another analogy is the river. Obviously, now that I live in Jamaica, a lot of my downloads are inspired by nature, and a lot of the analogies take form from nature. And if you look at a river, okay, there's certain things that will hit the river surface and will move with the current. It'll glide against the rocks, it'll glide against the stones, it'll gently press against one stone only to fluidly, gently pass down to the next and work through the river. It works with the current. It has surrendered. Let's say a leaf, for example. So if a banana leaf drops into the river, the current of the river is going to pull it. It's going to work with the river. Now, what if you're the stick? What if a stick goes in the river? Sometimes the stick might move with it, but the way its lack of flexibility within itself is going to inevitably get, the stick is going to inevitably get stuck, because it doesn't have any flexibility in itself. If you are the stick, you're about to get stuck. And there's a need to embrace the fluidity of powers greater than yourself. The vortex, the tower. We talked about surrendering to the universe's divine intervention, and this message is no different than the tower. No different than the tower. But it has in the sense where it's divine intervention, it's going to help you, whether you realize it or not. But it's different in the nature of the experience. It's not a tearing down. You're not watching everything around you tear down because it was made out of an illusion. You're being sucked from one energetic space that you are no longer an energetic vibrational match to, because the massive, quick pace change and awareness you took within yourself, and literally being catapulted into a different reality that is more of an energetic vibrational match to what you believe in, what you desire, because the collective works so hard to make desires and beliefs the same energetic level instead of different. Because for those that are new, or regardless of what stage you are in your journey, if your beliefs aren't in alignment with your desires, you'll never manifest them. That's why so many people want things they'll never have, because they don't actually believe they can have them. Collective, you have to believe in the reality that you seek, or else this will feel out of body. Now, I got another download. It was a vision again. Now, I'm reading for the person, I'm reading for either people, but I was looking at the collective, and the collective had somebody's hands on their face, looking at them, being like, it's me, it's okay, that's not the case, you're not there. It's like somebody was trying to snap somebody out of PTSD. Now, it might not be as like clinical PTSD where, you know, somebody has a panic attack, could need to seek needs medical assistance, but it's, many of you guys are going to be faced with a lot of the change you wanted and the dreams and the realities you wanted, but a part of you is going to find it really hard to believe. Part of you is going to cry looking at it going, no, this can't be. The reason why you're crying when you say that is because there's your higher self that knows it's exactly what you've wanted, what you were patient for, not waited for, what you were patient for, what you worked so hard to ascend, to come into union with. All of your angels, ancestors, or guides are going to be screaming at you, this is it. This is it. And some of you guys are just, that's why I saw somebody grabbing, it was somebody's ancestors, a loved one. For some of you, this person is one of or the love of your life and is begging you to recognize that they will not hurt you, that they've ascended enough to be able to protect you spiritually and emotionally like you have ascended to protect yourself. They're asking you to recognize them. Somebody is asking you to recognize them, to see the truth. Many of you, all of you have your own psychic abilities, and it's a lot easier to do this when you're not emotionally involved, when you're not being asked to be brave and believe and love again and trust again and put forth effort again. Somebody's asking you, do you recognize me? For some of you, it's you looking at somebody going through a serious addiction or went through a really dark time, and you're trying to remind them, like, hey, like, are you okay? Where have you been? What's wrong? I'm your friend, I'm your sister, I'm your brother. Like, what the fuck? I love you. Come back. So there's a lot of intense energy right now. A lot. What else was in the title collective? The Vortex, somebody influential. Okay, so for some of you guys, the reason why this message is coming in is because one of two things. You have either been a very influential person to people, whether you are aware of that or not, whether you're a public figure or not. You influence people, you've been very affecting, okay? You've affected and impacted people's lives through your influence of some shape, form, or fashion. Or this influential person message is for those of you that do not see the influential part of you. You seek influence through others. You admire their influence and their ability to lead and all of the qualities they reflect that you admire and will look up to. And let influence your life in the way you are and the way you move. Okay? Either way, there's an influential person coming into your life. I want you to try to interpret this message as a person and as yourself. Because first, like I said, if you are not in union with the influential, impactful part of yourself, there are going to be a series of events that take place that are going to make you more aware of that. You could have actually somebody reflect influence that you had no idea that you created. That you might have you projected externally. This person, I look up to them like this, they influence me like this, I want to be like this with them, or whatever the case is, but it was all a projection. This person's going to come to you and said, you influenced them in those ways. Look at the way you lived and what you've created and what you've built for yourself and how far you've come. And you're going to go, whoa. That's going to be mirrored to some of you, and you need to see that mirror. You need to, because you have to be accountable for your footprint, your influence on people, your energetic signature, and how it imprints and affects your surroundings. Okay? And sorry for those of you in the chat, hi, I'm not wearing my glasses and it's nighttime, so I'm going to have to literally be up like this to see the chat. Okay? Okay, and then what was the last thing I put in the title? What was the last thing I put in the title? It was the influential person. Oh, right. Okay, so this is the last download before we pray and get into the current energies or whatever the divine wants to bring our attention to. The past is going to return. We also broke this down over on Patreon, okay? And we're going to continue to break this down, whether here or on Patreon, because it's very important and it's very fitting to the narrative of the tarot community. The tarot community has for years insistently spoke on, actively, consciously rejected, which still means putting energy into, and has yearned for and begged for the past to return. Okay? Many of you guys have overcome the need for the past to come back, to do for you or to trigger or validate something for you that you have done for yourself. So you have pulled yourself out of something you wanted something to, it was almost like you were refusing to accept the past for what it was and accept that it wasn't going to offer you what you seeked and that what you wanted was in front of you, not behind you. A lot of people did a lot of work with this. Now, I want to make something very clear. There was a whole initiation going on. Nothing's wrong. We had to move forward. We had to let things go. We had to heal within ourselves. We had to stop projecting our own issues, pain, abandonment issues on other people, especially our lovers. Okay? But the past is returning in many different shape, forms, or fashions. You're returning to the past. However you want to look at it, though, that's an illusion. It isn't the past anymore. The only reason why I'm saying it like this is because it's perceived that way. Because you're either going to somewhere you used to go in the past, you're in communication or connection to somebody you used to be in communication or connection with. You're revisiting a person, place, or thing or space that you once were in union with. Separation through the means of evolution came in. And I say that because through evolution, union serves as evolution and separation. If the union is no longer evolving you, the separation will. And that's why the universe has this ebb and flow. And the universal law of correspondence teaches us that that's just a natural set. Okay? So, collective, there is something, okay? There's many things you will never come back into union with in any shape, form, or fashion. This, though, is not one of those things, and is only because it's no longer the same shape, form, or fashion as it once was. So you're not technically coming back into union with the past, but your illusion of that is going to make you not see what is in front of you and currently there. The opportunity. For some of you, it's an organization that is completely different and you're getting another opportunity, but you're all triggered by how you were treated and what you went through the last time you were in this industry or organization, but you're not the same, and neither is this industry or organization. Now, you have to use your discernment, because for some of you, this person, place, or thing is exactly the same, and you need to ask yourself why it's still an energetic vibrational match, why there's a pull, when it shouldn't be a reflection of what you want anymore. But it's here and you're manifesting it and you're pulling on it, and it doesn't look really the same. It actually looks exactly the same. It doesn't look any different. Right? This message is about something that is completely different. Death energy. There's been a transformation. It is not the past. So you're going to have to get that, or else you're going to miss out on a very important part of your future. Remember, it's not the past anymore. There's been a transformation. You are not the same. Either is this person, place, or thing, which means you're going to relate to it in a different way, which means it's going to impact you and create a different reality than it once did in the past, which you could either choose to be willing to see or not. But you are going to be initiated to be able to identify transformation and be open to it. Nature teaches us this as well. Okay? It's like trying to eat a fruit that isn't ready to be eaten. It can make you sick. If you eat ackee that's young, it can poison you. If you wait for the evolution to occur and the right timing, it's an amazing food that nourishes many people. But ask anybody in Jamaica about a baby ackee and how poisonous it is. Okay, so you might have experienced that, where you engaged with something or someone and you were exposed to the shadow aspect of it. It was unevolved, like the baby ackee. Okay? But evolution, through separation, I don't want to eat ackee anymore, as an example. Now you revisit ackee and it's not too young. It's not poisonous anymore. It's properly bloomed and opened. And now it's going to taste different. It's going to feel different. It's going to have a different impact on your body. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because that's a really important message. Evolution has been taking place through separation, union, through union, separation, and now union again. The universe is going to challenge you to allow union again. In collective, you really got to use discernment, because there's a lot of things that want to come back into union with you. Toxic environments, addictions that want to keep siphoning your energy, toxic environments that want to keep siphoning your energy, toxic people, relationships. They only want you back because they miss the energy source that you provided. And your need for approval, your need to be validated through providing things to people that they can't provide to themselves will be your downfall. And I hope you've evolved past that to find validation within yourself, so you don't go down these dark paths trying to find it. Okay? All right, so those are the downloads. Okay? We're going to pray. It's so great to feel you, Angel Gang. and to congregate like this. I apologize. I have not created or allowed for more opportunity for us to congregate like this, but I know you guys understand me. I know you guys have walked, many of you have walked this journey with me for years and have watched and know what I've been going through in my own evolution and my separation energy. Even though I still come on, I've been in separation with Angel Gang for a while. And I come out and I do these little readings, but you guys know how we congregate. We've congregated weekly, we've congregated, you know, very deeply and intricately. So, because there's an evolution within me taking place, these messages are going to change. Like I even said about the analogies, they're being impacted by my exposure to nature, which I've never had growing up in the concrete jungle. Hello, guys. Thank you to every one of you that positively contribute to this community and make it what it is. Positively, negatively, I mean, our trolls we've learned from. We've learned through and evolved and share very similar pain with. You know? It's all part of it. We never moderated the shit. We just let it run. We just let it fly. I'm proud of us for that. Not to judge anybody who does use moderators, I swear. That wasn't like any shade. I'm past that. All the triggering I went through being a part of the tarot community and all the validation I needed and all of that bullshit, it's all gone, man. I love this community. I love each and every single person that's a part of it. I share something with them that nobody else in the world shares. Dancing around in the ethers for hours, days, years, channeling messages to people with them on your ear, thanking them. It's just, it's deep what we do. So I love the tarot community, whether you're a creator or you're a viewer, because I'm both. All right, let's pray. Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for connecting. Right now, please communicate clearly with the collective of all the messages that are integrated spirits surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, we've got 3 cards. Cut the deck. Oh, wow. What's going on? Alright, so we're going to take that. Okay. 9 of Wands. The reason why you're about to see the reason why you ascended, why you worked so hard, why you didn't give up. Maybe you watched other people give up. Maybe you're haunted by the people who didn't make it, wondering how did you make it? Why are you here? Right now you need to focus on why you didn't give up, why you continue to push through, so that when it shows up, you go, that's mine. Yep, that's right. Yes, this makes sense. This was part of the plan. Not reject it because you're so poverty-ridden and you feel like life is all about this struggle. It's not. It's the polarities of it all, collective. You work hard, you play hard, you cry, you laugh, you hurt, you dance. The sun's out, then it rains. Don't you love that part of life yet? Haven't you accepted that yet? You only will if you do it within yourself. It's worth it. It was worth it. The universe is about to tell you to come off of the universe. You're about to hit a level. You poke your head up at that level and you go, this isn't familiar. Of course it's not familiar. You've not lived that out. You've lived from a lower vibration. This was not a part of your reality. You have to allow this newness, this difference, this change. It was almost easier changing from the inside than allowing the change to occur on the outside. Some of you guys are really struggling with that. Some of you guys are working through. You're the leaf going against the river. Yes, you're getting caught up on stones and, getting, caught up in whirlpools, but you're pushing down that river. You're letting it take you. Some of you guys get sucked up in the vortex. You end up in a new space. You turn around and go, what the fuck? You act like it was something that happened to you and not for you. Look around. Feel it out. Try to understand it from the universe's perspective, collective. Enough things that came into us, from rejection to tower moments to failures, were really gifts. Hopefully our consciousness is increased enough to accept these gifts with gratitude and grace. This vortex, a gift, no different than that tower moment that crashed down the illusion you were living out, is a gift, which I hope you can see now in retrospect, because I'm sure you didn't see it at the time. It felt like your skin was peeling off. Maybe that was the skin that wasn't smooth and soft, and now you can regrow new skin, i.e. the snake, i.e. more transformation energy. Because the snake, before it signifies betrayal, it signifies transformation. You can look it up. All right, then we've got the Seven of Cups. I know I feel a little bit removed, right? I feel somebody reading me. I feel like the collective trying to read me. Stop. Yes, we have come a very long way. What's up? Hey, Kasia. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Cameron. Hey, Angel. Hey, Magic 36. Angel from the ocean. It's beautiful. Hey, Erica. Touch it. You know you want to. Aw, I like that. Touch it. You know you want to. Hey, Melanie. Hey, a little love. Hey, Crystalline. Hey, Carolina. Hey, familiar souls. Hey, pretty boy. Oh, I miss you too, mama. God, she's talented. Fucking force of nature. I've been so disconnected from even social media. When I'm on it, I'm watching like human saving animals and, you know, like dog and cat funny videos. Like my algorithm's really weird, and like the truth about Babylon falling, and like my algorithm is different. Where's Trevor? I often think of him. Aw, shit, that's gang. Shout out to Trevor, wherever he's at. You see, Angel Gang, that's how much you're loved. That's how much, this is a perfect example of the influential people. The influence, the impact. I'm sure Trevor didn't think he had any real impact over in this chat. Meanwhile, months later, he hasn't been here in how long, and people are like, where's Trevor? You see what I mean? This is what I'm trying to say. Some of you guys don't have any clue, but you're gonna find out. Somebody might reach out and ask where you're at, and you're thinking, I didn't think anybody cared. Well, maybe they do. Okay, look at 8 of Cups. Somebody walked away, not thinking they were impactful, not thinking that they mattered in the space. But look at all the people. Imagine these cups are all hearts. Look at all the hearts they impacted. Collective, you don't know this. Maybe you're not on YouTube and have people telling you how much you impacted them and thank you. That's a luxury I have. I'm very grateful for that. But that's part of the reason I'm giving you this message. Just because you don't maybe get that kind of validation, please do not underestimate your impact, because there's validation coming in. Many hearts you've touched. For many of you, in very simple, kind gestures. Being kind to people when other people were choosing not to. Being honest when other people were choosing to lie. Smiling when everybody was just giving somebody dirty looks. Making them feel more ashamed than they woke up and left their bed feeling today. Don't even know. There's people who miss you, who are like, they don't even know your name. I heard somebody be like, yo, you remember that girl? Yo, you remember that guy? Just like that happened in the chat right now. The fuck? Look at, you were looking for this validation. Does anybody care? 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Does anybody care? Does anybody see me? And then you walked away. Some of these cups, they didn't see you and they took you for granted, and sure, they regret it now. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But some of these cups always did, and you didn't see that. So for some of you, that's what you're coming back into union with. But there's been an evolution you can see. You've gone through a heart chakra awakening, a third eye awakening. You're gonna see this more clearly. You're not gonna be so confused. You're gonna know where you create impact. You're gonna know where you're loved and appreciated. You're gonna feel it and know it's real. Welcome back home. Yes, this is a dysfunctional online version of home, but we'll take it. It's done us well. So good to see you too. Okay, then we got the Two of Wands. There's that Vortex. Okay? You guys walked away from some things and are about to bump into a vortex. You weren't even focused on the 9 and 10 of Cups. You were just so focused on what you had to leave behind. Because the 9 and 10 of Cups isn't here. The 7 of Cups is. But this is the vortex. The Fool. It's not a leap of faith, though. You did not jump into this. Your free will did not choose this. Your free will chose the path that this vortex was on. So when you chose a path, Two of Wands, you inevitably chose this vortex too. But while you're going through the vortex, there feels like there was no choice and there is no will. And collective, you've gone through this vortex before, but on your karmic cycle, how the fuck did I get here? How did this get so bad? How did I allow this to get so far into the gutter? How did I let my health get so bad? How did I neglect my children this long? So you went through the vortex. It spit your ass right out further into your karmic reality that you were rejecting and projecting externally to you, so that there was no choice but to face the reality. You're gonna have no choice but to face your abundance and apply the strength that you've gained for your own greatness. This isn't easy. It's all fun and games, dreaming and wishing for the shit. But did they tell you that your greatness had weight? They told you heavy is the head that wears the crown, but they didn't tell you the crown was symbolic of your greatness and royalty, and that it wasn't given to you. Every fucking bloodline has one. It's just whether they do it any justice or if they do it a disservice or not. You guys chose to live out your royalty. Honesty's royalty, integrity's royalty, your morals, your values. That's royalty. The strength and courage to face yourself. Your dreams and how big and robust they are considering your humble beginnings, that's all royalty. Put your crown on, but just know it has some weight. Just know it's heavy. But you guys should have the strength, because you guys have carried enough burdens that had nothing to do with your royalty, didn't serve you in any way, and willfully, 10 of Wands energy carried that shit out into the desert with no water, no shoes. So you should have no problem bearing the weight of your greatness, because you bared the weight of your bullshit and the bullshit of others. Okay? And you had no problem. You weren't crying. No, this is who I am. This is what I am. This is, this is what I do. And then your own reality says, no, this is not what we do. Okay? We have to fix this. Slavery is a lie. Okay? This narcissistic personification that I have to be everything for everybody and is all a narcissistic illusion, which was torn down by your inability to be able to take care of the people you swore you had to, whether it was because you financially couldn't, your health, whatever. The Tower. Thank you, Dev. Thank you. Thank you for pouring into me and your energetic contribution to me. I appreciate it truly. And I am going to start now that I'm in Jamaica, I am going to start accepting donations, because I actually have some kind of foundation or charitable outreach program. Because I get paid. I don't need to ask for donations. Not that I don't appreciate the donations. They get spent same way for my life. But the reason why I don't leave a PayPal or actively ask for donations is because I want us to be able to create an angel gang community effort, right? Where we can actually track money together and say, look at the impact we created. Look at, we put somebody in a house, or, we got clothes for people, or whatever the fucking thing we're gonna do is, all right? So we're gonna do it right, but just keep that in mind. I have some wicked plans, I wanna start a women's shelter, but I wanna do it a little bit differently. It's like a month program. You get accepted into a monthly program where you have 1 month and you get all the resources, everything from clothes to go to professional interviews, resume training, literacy program, in-house daycare. You get a month though. And then every month a new group of people comes. You know, whether you take the step up, whether you take the help, that doesn't even matter. But the fact that there is something where people can go, I'm ready to change my life, I just need a little bit of help. And then people can look back and be like, come back with their money and be like, yo, here's 100 grand, yo, I made it. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I stayed at this shelter and now I'm making millions and I want to create 6 of them in the island, and I'll be like, sure, let's do it. Sounds like a great idea, you know? All right. Oh yeah, Angel Gang. To all the rich millionaires in Angel Gang, just wait. Just be patient with me. I am going to be coming to you for my non-for-profit and my sponsorship needs. I'm just not there yet. All right. But anyways, I also want to do like a ghetto Christmas, where like we do toy drives for hoods at Christmas time, so people don't feel they have to do shady fucking dark shit to get gifts for their children. Anyways, lots of plans, lots of money in Jamaica. You know, enough rich people to vote. But there's so much opportunity for like community support. Many of you guys are actually starting or have already started this. This is either a country that's, now I'm tapping into somebody who's, they're talking to me and they're like, oh my God, Dee, I've done this. Somebody went back to, this is somebody in their maybe 40s or 50s. They did this. They went and they created a non-for-profit. And they get funding through sponsorship, through connections they had through their corporate life. Like, these are wealthy people. Somebody did this, and they had like they were quite successful in corporate whatever, America, Canada, Europe, whatever. And I don't know, but I'm now tapping into somebody who has done something like this or is in the process of doing something like this. Now I'm hearing them go, there's plenty of funding, you just get the funding, you need the sponsors and shit. Like, somebody's just like, yeah, like, God. Anyways, I love feeling you guys. Hey, Kate. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Do I interpret dreams? Only if I'm divinely guided to. You have to be really careful about letting people interpret your dreams, because if they interpret them incorrectly, that could be very detrimental to your own consciousness and what the dream is trying to show you. Okay, 8 of Swords. Oh, just because we're talking about dreams, some of you guys are experiencing nightmares. It could be because of some medication that you're on. Or it could be because of something that got triggered up in therapy. Some of you guys started going to therapy and you had some dark shit triggered up and now you're having nightmares. Your psyche is trying to purge some fears and bring your consciousness to what's holding you back. Because some of you in your waking day, you don't feel like you're afraid of anything, but your dreams are trying to show you where you're still afraid. And for some of you, it's through the means of nightmares. Some of you guys are having nightmares. Like I said, it could, for those of you that are having reoccurring nightmares, it could be some medication, change a diet, a hormonal change. Some of you guys are pregnant or postpartum and your dreams are super vivid. Some of you, you're in withdrawal. And your dreams, because of the healing and the serotonins and the neural pathways coming back, your dreams are gonna get very vivid. Okay, now we have the Emperor. See what the Emperor is about. The Emperor, somebody feels like somebody's in control of them, but it's an illusion. They're not. Somebody's not tapping into their own inner Emperor, and I don't even think this Emperor is trying to like control this person, because the Emperor's just sitting here. This could even be somebody being like, oh, they put a love spell on me, or oh, they obied me and this is why this is all happening. No, it's not. This is, again, this whole projection thing, okay? Like when people are going through misfortune, projecting it on other people. I remember years ago, another tarot reader went on her platform and publicly told everybody I was obiing her because she went through a series of misfortunate events. I'm like, the lack of accountability and the sheer mental illness of it all. I didn't even know this woman, okay? So of course I went live and I read her for filth, and then I deleted it and I never addressed it again. But it's that. Like, it was so bad that it came like a mental illness, and then tried to get other people involved. Like, I'm like, what? So for some of you, you could have other people, you could have somebody who is trying to work against you or bring you down, that is trying to bring other people involved. I heard campaigning. Somebody could be trying to campaign people against you, or some of you guys are actually campaigning for something political, or it's like an actual campaign of some kind. But somebody's campaigning against somebody. This could even be in your workplace. Like, somebody could be campaigning you to get fired, which is very dangerous. Anytime you attack somebody's livelihood like that, unjustly, it's one thing for somebody to be misusing their power, emperor energy, and you holding them accountable. If that gets them to lose their job, that's their problem. They shouldn't have been unethical. They shouldn't have took those actions. You revealing the truth doesn't make this your fault, okay? But if somebody didn't do anything unethical or anything wrong, and your own ego and your own narcissism, your insecurities, your greed, your jealousy gets you to try to negatively impact somebody's livelihood, you curse yourself. I want to make that really clear. You have to be smart enough to know when you're just being petty, jealous. It's okay to say, yo, I don't like that person and I don't need to have a reason, okay? And I wish they didn't work here anymore. You have every right to feel the way you want to feel, yo. But to get your dumb ass up and actually try to impact somebody's job, livelihood, that they fucking protect themselves over just because you don't like what their presence does to you, you're cursing yourself. Okay? If you look out against somebody just because they don't want to be with you, they did not hurt you, they did not lie on you, they did not talk shit about you, they just let your ass go, and now you want to look out against them just because they chose to be free from you, you curse yourself, and you curse yourself to a lifetime of being haunted by the very person who will never be with you again. They'll never go back, okay? They'll never come back. How you guys feeling tonight? It's karaoke. I'm at a bar. In case you guys, there's like a bar over there, and this is one of my regular spots. And I just took a table. I acted like it was my house. I took a table and started burning frankincense. But they're all drunk, singing karaoke on microphones. They're living their best life over there. So if you hear drunken singing, that's what it is. It's drunken singing. Okay. Carry on. You want to carry on? Should we carry on? Thank you to everybody who's joined the live, donated, liked, shared, subscribed. If you can please like the video so it can circulate, because YouTube, I don't know why they won't notify people. A lot of people reach out to me about not getting notified. Guys, there's nothing I can do about that. And I just genuinely believe it's because I don't post often enough. When I was posting more often, people were getting notifications a lot more, and I was hearing less complaints about that. So, and just a little bit of housekeeping, guys. It's still 20% off till the end of the month for this, for frankincense and myrrh. Okay. The frankincense entire website, www.smudgealot.com, is on sale, 20% off until the end of the month, okay? Update about the retreats. I've released and surrendered this. This is gonna happen when it's meant to happen. And I actually met with the owner, the new owner of the hotel that we did it at before. And I'm gonna wait to get a service agreement from them, because that's where I ideally would like to do it. And I wasn't really feeling that great about the other hotels that were like backups. I was actually looking at villas and things like that. Depending on the amount of people that sign up, we'll just get private villas. And but the hotel sold. There's a new owner, and I met with him today. He's super nice. I actually felt like I connected with him a bit. He's like the same age as me, and he's like a young entrepreneur, super successful, like, you know, and I'm like, we're gonna negotiate a new service agreement. But these were the agreements that I had for the past 2 years. So just an update. I'm aiming to launch it at the end of the year, but it's gonna get launched when it's meant to. They're gonna run when they're supposed to, and who's meant to be there will be there. So I've already surrendered that. I don't wanna do this without the divine. too many lives, too much money involved. I would never do this without the divine. It's a disaster waiting to happen without them. Okay. You're very familiar, and I thought it was my person preferred reader mentioned you. Aw, shout out to the readers that shout me out. I haven't really been on social media, but I watch enough of you guys. I love seeing the new readers too, the people hot on the scene. You know, the legends. Thank you for all of your readings and your energetic contribution to my ascension and development. And I love you guys. There's too many. I've been in this tarot community for so many years. I've been watching tarot for 8 years. I've been doing tarot for 7. You know how many fucking readers I have bucked into and read for and watched? Jesus, man. Shout out to all the people who took whatever part of their ascension journey they were working with and put it out there to help somebody. It's easier than it looks. Not to compare and smear at all. I don't do that, but can that bile hate be generated if they emotionally, probably physically cheated and didn't tell you even though they broke up with you? But if somebody cheated on you, right? If somebody cheated on you, yes, they betrayed your trust. But what does it mirror? It actually mirrors how you cheated on yourself. You put yourself in a third party. You made yourself have to vie for your own attention. You told lies to yourself as to why you couldn't do what you needed to do for you, why you didn't go where you promised to go for yourself, like the gym or the fucking doctor or to bed. Enough of you guys cheated on yourself. You lied to yourself, and that's why you manifest intimate partners that show you exactly the part of yourself that you refuse to deny, but you won't deny it when it happens to you, will you? No, you won't. Collective, I want to make something really, really clear. Okay, so we can just like evolve past this weird narrative where we're just sitting around waiting for the demise of everybody who's ever hurt us. Okay? They're all going to get their shit. There's nobody who's done me wrong who's doing better than me. I swear to God to you. Okay? Especially as I get older. The older I get, the more I strive forward. All right? But I want to make something really clear. A lot of you guys are going through pain and suffering. You're not a martyr. You're not this innocent victim. You are getting bad karma for how you treated yourself. Karma teaches you the lesson to not just learn how to treat others, but karma also teaches you the painful lesson on how to love yourself. Many people on their deathbed don't learn how to love themselves and wish that they loved and nurtured themselves to not end up where they did, so that they could be around their loved ones a little longer. It's such a hard lesson, but it's a lesson that will carry us into the next lifetime. You get karma. For many of you, that person, that lover you chose to love and pour into, that betrayed you and hurt you, they are your karma for how you treated yourself. You're not going to get away with that. Just like you're not going to get away with the foul things you do to other people. You're not going to get away with the foul things you do to yourself, collective. And just know all of that dirty, evil shit you allowed people to do to you was just a reflection of the dirty way you treat yourself and the low-grade treatment you accept in your own self. I read for people who are aware of that, who had to heal through their betrayal of self. We come into union with ourselves more and more every day, holding on to the promises we made to love ourselves, regardless of who chooses to love us or not. And you guys need to stop expecting people that God did not ordain to give you what you want. You need to let it go. For some of you, the love that you seek is never going to come from your parents. You need to accept that. You're going to find it in friends and a lover. Okay? Some of you guys just need to accept. I had somebody really smart tell me something. She's like, Destiny, certain friends are for certain things. And I'm like, yeah, but I want my friends to be all the things. To be my friend, you have to be all the things, because I'm all the things to my friends. No, I'm not. I'm not. I try to be, I offer what I can, and the people who are close to me are grateful for what I am available to give. And And they honor that. But anyways, I was thinking about this today, Des. Heard you, no, thank you, because I definitely needed to hear this, Des. So glad I caught you on live. Hey, dancing lady. Okay, Six of Pentacles. Allow it to be different. Be open to receive. And this is a lot harder than the collective might think, because if God was to tell you what this is, you'd be like, I would take it. Of course I'm going to receive it. This is mine. I've been waiting for this. I've been praying for this. But if you've really been doing the soul work, you'll know why this is hard to receive. Because you have to trust again. You have to love again. You have to expose yourself again. You have to believe in the reality that didn't manifest the last time you put in the effort. Somebody's asking you to recognize them as being a friend, recognize them as being support, recognize them as being somebody willing to give to you just as much as you're willing to give. But the question is, are you willing to receive? This isn't an issue of giving, collective. This is an issue of receiving right now. These are two generous people coming together. The problem is one or both of them struggle to receive. This can actually stop them from coming into union with themselves. Isn't that fucked up? So on your old timeline, it was because of a lack of generosity. It was because of a lack of giving. You gave, and your issue was they didn't give. I gave, they took, but they didn't give. This isn't the issue here. The issue is about your ability to be able to receive. Graciously, honestly, authentically. Because some of you guys are faking it. You're pretending you're receiving this, and it's not triggering you. You're pretending that you believe in the intention, that it's given to you out of love, and that there isn't some ulterior motive. Somebody's being very generous with you and you're coming across as ungrateful, or you're being generous with somebody and they're coming across as ungrateful because they're triggered by the generosity, because maybe in the past somebody's generosity came with strings and it wasn't actually generosity. It was manipulation. It was conning. A lot of people only give because of what they know they're going to ask for. So they'll be extra generous, extra, giving. And then what they end up asking for is 10 times whatever they gave to you. Whatever availability they gave to you that you thought, wow, the availability they're going to expect and demand and siphon and steal is 10 times more, if that's making sense. Miss seeing you. Hope everything is well. Fine on your hand. Thank you, Mara. I've moved again. I have moved I've never moved this many times in 1 year. I've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 1 year. And it's actually not 1 year, it's actually 9 months. I'm exhausted. My sense of home was really triggered. I really had to rely on home being in my heart because home externally was almost non-existent. Yes, housing was there, but the sense of home. And then when I built a sense of home, I had to walk away from it, which was for my own evolution and expansion, I understand, but it was still really painful for me to do. So I'm really on my own right now, but I'm feeling better than ever, okay? I just need to start eating again and sleeping again, because stress can make it really hard for me to eat or sleep, and I'll have no problem driving up and down and sleeping and eating minimally for days, sometimes even weeks, which is why I've lost so much weight. It's a toxic pattern. It's like it's embedded in my psyche. It's like a survival thing. Anytime I'm stressed, I'll immediately pull on giving to myself. I don't know why, because I should actually give to myself more during these times, but whatever. That's some of the programming I'm coming out of, okay? It should be the other way around, right? Me too. Yeah. It should be the other way around. When you're feeling stressed and anxious and going through it, it's like, okay, I should eat, relax, take care of myself. No, it's the other way around. I'm gonna start to neglect myself. No, no. So toxic. Working through it, add it to the list, right? The moon and the sun coming out together, okay? What's this about? The Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Cups. Wait, this is wish fulfillment, but this is some of you going like, this is wish fulfillment, but for some of you, this is the past. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, fuck. This is what I was talking about, collective. You're so triggered. Your heartbreak is so triggering. You're covering your eyes. No, it's not the 10 of Pentacles. The sun is shining bright on the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Clubs. Like, look, you can see it so clearly, but you're still in the moon energy going, no, no, you're under the illusion of your heartbreak and your pain. You're not allowing the change. Take your hand. That was so triggering. Take your head out of your hands and look up. That's part of the problem. You're not even looking. You're so trapped in your narrative. No, it's not wish fulfillment. No. I don't want to be disappointed again. I thought it was wish fulfillment before. It can't be. Wish fulfillment never comes. I'm always second place. I'm always just there. I'm almost... This is so fucking get out of this. Melanie, you're laughing, but it's fuck. Like, I'm so triggered. I want to like take somebody's hair and like, and be like, look though. Hello. Totally opposite. Totally opposite here. And this isn't even the Four of Swords, this is the Three of Swords. This is like active heartbreak. This is you being heartbroken by an illusion. It can't be. No. The fuck? It is, all right? I'm reassuring you in this reading it is. Like, it's what you want. Like, it's what we were discussing. Like, it's all funny unless you actually fuck this off. Then I ain't laughing with you. Then I'm sending you back into the library, okay? To go watch the content that is gonna ensure you don't do that shit again. That's not funny, then stop laughing. Destiny, I know, I'm too much. I don't know, I'm in a weird energy tonight. I haven't been drinking, no. Smoked a little bit of I smoked a little joint, but I have not. I don't drink. That I don't do. What would the wish fulfillment look like? What? That's part of the problem. If you have that question, that's why you can't have wish fulfillment. You guys are waiting for something and you don't even know. It's like waiting for an Uber, but you have no idea who this person is, what car they're driving. They don't know you. How the hell is that gonna work? Yeah, someone's coming. Who? In what car? Where are you gonna meet them? Like, you answer that question. You answer that. What is wish fulfillment for you? What does it look like? That question that you projected outside is the universe asking you, honey. And the fun part is answering it. Don't forget the deli counter analogy, right? If God's asking you, what does wish fulfillment look like? Using the deli counter analogy, somebody's like, what do you want on your sandwich? What do you want? And you're like, I want a turkey sandwich. What do you want on it? Cheese? Anything else? All right, some mayo. Guy's like, nothing else? No, what else do you put on a turkey sandwich? Only to watch the person in front of you put lettuce, jalapeno, green onions, sriracha, you know, and then go back for a side of the sriracha with a side of pickles and extra jalapeno. Like, and now you're sitting there with a turkey sandwich with mayo. The fuck? Don't do that. Like, shout out to somebody's like, but that's all I like on my sub. And whoever said that is like the opposite in life. They have no problem asking for all the fixings, but that person genuinely likes like a plain sandwich. Like on their burger, they only put ketchup. But whoever that person is I'm tapping into right now, you totally get this because you ask for all the fixings in life. Some of you guys are actually like those kind of people that are like there's gotta be more. Like, does that not come with it? Like, can I get extra? Like, some of you guys, this message already dawned on your ass. Like, you well have that in the bag. Not me laughing and crying with you. It'd be like that over here. You heard me. Page of Pentacles, 6 of... Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this reading, and I'm done reading for you fuckers. What is this? What is this? Okay, wait, there's two ways. So firstly, I'm reading it like this. Okay? Someone's coming to you honest, authentic, recognizing, ready, and look at you with your miserly self, not willing to at least take the initial step into acknowledging this and being open to some kind of transformation. Now, if we look at it like this is somebody who has no transformation, who's still living in the darkness, refuses to take accountability, who's coming to the collective and they want something that the collective already done had to take away from them. Okay, so this is you having to tell somebody no again. Because somebody doesn't get it. They think that maybe some time apart is gonna get you to reconsider and give back to them something you took, whether it was availability, financial support, whatever the case is, okay? It could even be like an actual thing. You could have been renting, like letting somebody use a car or like staying at a place or something like that and took it back, took the keys back. Somebody's coming back, but they can't take accountability for why you won't give them something. Because for some of you, you never gave somebody something. This is somebody you've already rejected who's gonna come forward and you're gonna have to reject them again. And I don't know why the universe is bringing this back up. Maybe you weren't sure enough. Maybe the level of consciousness you had when you rejected somebody or told somebody no was not where it is now. And that's why the universe needs you to choose not to invest, say no to something from a heightened consciousness. That's the only reason why I could see the universe bringing somebody back around that you already rejected and said no to say it again. Who the fuck wants to hear no again? But somebody needs to hear it again. They don't want to hear it again, but they need to. They don't get it. They don't get the point. Right? Knight of Wands. The Seven of Wands in reverse and the Queen of fucking Wands. Oh shit. Can we clarify this Seven of Wands in reverse? Another wand. It's the Ace of Wands, the Five of Swords. Oh my god, this stupid bitch. Oh my god. Oh God. Oh God. Somebody doesn't understand it's over. For some of you, somebody doesn't understand it's over. If you kick somebody out of their house, you might catch them trying to break into it. Or they could be hanging around still, like in the lobby, and you're just like, you don't live here anymore. Like, go away. If this is a romantic, if this is somebody you dated, for some of you guys didn't even date this person, you just had sex with them. And I think okay, I'm tapping into somebody who was having like a casual sexual relationship with somebody. I'm tapping into a feminine who was having a casual sexual relationship with a masculine. The masculine was playing it off like he was casual too, but he wasn't. Because when the feminine decided she didn't want to have sex with him anymore and wanted to explore a real relationship, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups with somebody else, this person starts losing their shit and act like getting involved. It's like, you're not involved. You're not involved. The Queen of Wands was never dating the Knight of Wands. Remember, the queens don't date the knights. The queens just fuck around with them. The queen's always preeing a king. So I'm tapping into a feminine who is just like having casual sex with a guy that you could have, if this is you collective, you could have considered it like a friend with benefits, somebody you actually cared about and like you considered a friend. You're not going to consider this person a friend or give a fuck about them after they try to interfere negatively in your relationship. You're going to be like, what the fuck? It's almost like you thought this was understood until you got into this relationship, and all of a sudden it's like you realize somebody really didn't understand that. Or somebody thought because of their idea of women that you having sex with them would make you emotionally connected, but you're not. You're emotionally connected to this person, and you stopped having sex with this person because you now want to have sex with the person you're emotionally connected to now. This person doesn't get that, okay? Somebody doesn't get that, all right? Thank you, Lady Vibes. Good pum-pum problems. Good pussy don't come with bad vibes, but bad pussy do, okay? It goes with the penis too. It's either salt or not. Like, it's either good luck or it's bad luck. Like, the impact, going back to the impact, okay? The Emperor also showing up in this reading was a reflection of the influential person. Yes, Ali, you still bumping it, you done know. I did a card cutting, a cord cutting, and it was on the full moon. I'm not being judgy, I'm sorry. Do what you feel you need to do. But if it doesn't work, there's some content in the library that might help you specifically surrounding cord cutting. You have to identify why the cord is there. And if you don't, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to cut it. Not to save your life. Because a lot of people do these cord cutting rituals and within 20 minutes they're back online on YouTube trying to find a reading to resonate and tell them about the person that they said they just cut the cord with. So why are we still energetically stalking them through tarot? But you just did a cord cutting. Why do you want to know what's happening with them? Why do you want to know if they're coming back? Stop it, Everett! I'm serious. I say, Naima, am I wrong though? You guys are laughing. Okay, thank you, the black gem. Thank you. It is energetic stalking, unless you're using it to look at yourself, which we do here, which is actually why God gives us the ability to be able to tap into other people, because you have the level of consciousness and empathy by doing it through yourself to then be able to look into other people's souls. It's the only reason why I can tap into people's darkness so easy, because of all the fucking shadow work we've done all these years. It's like my shadow will just look at a motherfucker in the fucking peak of their bliss and be able to find their depression, their self-hate, and their darkness, their lies. My problem is when I'm emotionally connected, then it starts to get foggy. But I do it for a living, it's easy. Let's see. Okay, all right, we're gonna wrap up. Any last final messages here? Also, this is somebody who is taking matters into their own hands. They have a lack of consciousness surrounding karma and how the universe works, and they're gonna take, somebody did something spiteful or fucked up, and this is somebody literally going to attack them. They could be going to their home. This is somebody who is approaching somebody directly and being like, have something for them for what they did. I actually think this person wants to be physically violent towards somebody who didn't take a violent action, but they did something that was dark-natured and spiteful. But I also feel like for some of you, like somebody won't do this and they'll evolve. What's the Eight of Wands here? Oh, somebody does something fucked up to somebody and it makes them run their mouth about everything. Like somebody poked the bear and the bear let loose. Somebody was holding back. They weren't telling the full truth. They were trying to spare somebody's feelings. And this person crosses the line, and this person, no, there's no holding back. They don't care. Knight of Wands, they do not care. They're gonna say and do whatever they want to do. Eight of Wands is somebody who lets it rip on somebody. They're determined to make somebody fucking feel it, yo. Somebody's determined to make somebody feel it. Nine of Pentacles, somebody's determined to make somebody feel it in their pockets. Because somebody could have stole the Empress and the Strength. Somebody could have stole from the Empress. The Empress is going to let it go because the Empress knows that whatever's taken will be restored. But the person who stole is going to live a 7-year cycle of poverty that they cannot overcome unless they increase their consciousness. They would have to, the only way that will release. And then there's the Seven of Swords. Yeah, somebody cursed themselves here to a 7-year cycle, 8-year cycle, an 11-year cycle, anywhere between 5 and 11 years, which is either 1 Saturn cycle of Saturn, or 2 cycles of Saturn of poverty. There's going to be nothing for anybody to take from anybody. Somebody is going to have to sit in their poverty. Because essentially, when they stole from somebody, when you steal from somebody, it's indirectly wishing poverty on them because you're taking from their abundance, making them lesser abundant because of what you took from them. So you're trying to make yourself abundant at the expense of somebody else. It's like what I was saying about somebody like wishing somebody financial poverty or homelessness. This is going to be backfired. Somebody curses themselves here. Somebody literally cursed themselves to 1 or 2 7-year cycles of Saturn, of poverty. And this is poverty member collective. Poverty isn't just financial. The relationships will have lack. They'll lack love. The home will lack comfort. The fridge will lack, it'll have food, but it'll lack variety. Someone will have clothes, but they'll lack variety. Someone will have experiences, but they'll lack the level of experience that they want or other people around them have. This is going to change someone from a taker to an earner. This is a heavy consequence for theft. Then there's also death. That's also a heavy consequence because theft can be considered many things. You can steal somebody's body, you can steal somebody's peace, you can steal their sex, you can steal their willpower, their free will. You can steal their consciousness with lies. There is extreme consequence for some kind of theft or some kind of injustice that was bestowed upon somebody. It's almost like your own demons allowed somebody to do something to you that your own darkness knew would curse them. It was your way of spiritually licking out against somebody. It's almost like you let somebody come towards you because you knew you had a bear trap and that they were gonna lock their foot in there, and now they were gonna be fucking disabled for life. So that's your own darkness allowed that. You guys want to act like you ain't got no darkness in you, but some of you guys are evolved enough to let somebody take the rope and hang themselves. And somebody did. Somebody completely, you didn't have to do anything. You allowed somebody to do just enough to you to curse themselves. So for some of you, for an example, you let somebody steal from you. You let somebody steal with the utmost faith that they would learn a very valuable lesson that they shouldn't do that. It's not a good idea. And if you do want to steal, you better steal from somebody who steals just like you do. Because if you go and steal from somebody who don't steal from nobody, whoo, you made those scales of justice super out of balance, man. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt for a while. That's gonna hurt. It's like getting beaten, and instead of the pain from the beating going away in a couple of days, it's gonna last years. You're gonna have to heal. And really and truly, this person here does this out of trauma. All of the lack, when people go through a lot of loss to the point where it traumatizes them, it puts them in a state of a lack mindset, which is what breeds this behavior. So, I mean, before you try to demonize somebody, I wouldn't do that. That's why you don't put those things in your hands. That's why you leave them to God, because God's going to do what is necessary with the right amount of force to teach people what they need to learn, to be better, to not do this again. That's not for you. I mean, look how many parents there are that tell their children, don't do this, don't do that, only for the world to have to teach them. Exactly what you said. Okay. Hey, Destiny. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Ramo. Hey, Anaya. Hey, guys. Hey, Fanta. Hey, Asaya. Or Asia. Asaya, that's what I would name my daughter if I had a girl. You know what's crazy? I was talking with my friend. I think I told you guys. And I was telling her randomly, like, she was telling me about how she picked her son's name before she had her son. And I'm like, that's funny you said that, because I always envisioned having a boy, but I have a girl name. I don't have a boy name, and I've had this girl name for years. And I got it off of a tarot deck, Eugene Vaninsky's Kabbalah deck, and it was Asaya. So my friend looks up the meaning, and the first translation that she reads is a shadow. Asaya means a shadow. I wept. I'm like, my little shadow. And I always envisioned a daughter who was different. I'm not saying she's dark natured, but she's kind of dark natured. Every time I envision her, she has like, not a serious look on her face, but I don't know, there was something about her. Anyway, so random, right? I don't even know if that was, it could have been Asia. I don't even think it was Messiah. Anyway. So glad to catch you live. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, okay? All right. I'll probably do a year ahead reading around the holidays so we can tap into the different, we'll do an equinox reading like we did last year. Just talking about the energies. A lot of people got back and said it was exactly their year. So I'll probably do another one of those. But anyways, I love you guys, okay? I mean that. Just because you don't see me, don't think for a second I'm not doing this journey with you and that you can't tap into me in the ethers and know exactly if I'm all right or not. Because I know, I was even telling my friend, I'm like, nobody would need to tell Angel Gang if something was wrong with me. You guys would know. Somehow, some way, you guys would know. You would either dream it. Enough of you guys told me you've dreamed me, even Thora. You guys would either dream it or feel it randomly or pull it in the cards or channel it somehow, something. So I know you guys know I'm all right, and I'm just going through it like you guys are going through it in my own shape, form, or fashion, right? But I love you guys, all right? Until the next time I see you, beautiful people, please continue to let all beautiful parts of your integrated soul live. The world is a better place with it. Trust me. To everybody who's donated, liked, shared, subscribed, I appreciate you guys for everything you contribute into making this platform what it is. Okay, because it is a group effort. I might be the mouthpiece, but it's definitely a group effort. All right? And don't forget, 20% off of the entire smudgealot.com website until the end of the month. All right, we've got, if you're new to smudging, okay, a lot of people are not accustomed to smudging this way. But this is the ancient way. So you buy your resin and you buy your charcoal. You can get the starter kit, which actually has a nice formal burner. This one I just literally picked up from outside so I could burn it on this table. And instructions on how to smudge for those that are new. It's very simple, very straightforward. It's not dangerous in any way. There's nothing explosive here. but you get a more robust burn of frankincense in its purest form. And we also sell myrrh as well, all right? And with the retreats, like I said, I'm getting closer. Don't worry, we will launch them soon, but they'll be launched when they're supposed to, okay? All right, I love you guys, and until next time, ciao.